Let's go. We should see. Yes. Okay. We are live. We are live. I'm going to send you the link, by the way, so you can share with your community as well.
Okay.
Okay. You see what we do? See, this is, you have to admit, this is an interesting move. During the
in flight.
the announcement pushed me forward. I was
Yeah,
like,
you got motivated.
exactly. So welcome everyone to the live broadcast on Twitter. We are broadcasting right now. I'm going to do like a short intro again for Omar. We're here with Omar, founder and CEO of Noya. Repeat for us what is the initials of Noya AI? Just so we'll be.
It's used to start before like native omnichain yield aggregation, but then of course the product expanded much more than just yield aggregation for now.
I see. Okay. So again, we were talking about the token. I was just mentioning this is not financial advice. Now that we're live, it's double that. So this is not financial advice, and you should do your own research with everything you hear online and offline and whatever. So let's do what is the token utility economics,
Okay.
and then you do the announcement again. What do you think about that?
No
It
worries.
should. By the way, you can share the link in your community as well, and we can go.
Okay.
Noya, repeat for us what is the initials of Noya AI? Okay. So I just did the repost, so it will be reposted on our Twitter. So now, let's do it. What is their role? What role does Noya token play across the ecosystem? All the rest of the stuff that we already talked about. Omar is an accomplished engineer. He's been here since 2017, done really interesting stuff. He doesn't look old as I am for some reason. And he has all the interesting experiences. And we got to the token utility economics before we talked about the fair launch philosophy of Omar. He said no VCs, KOL rounds, none of that shenanigans, which is truly appreciated. And it shows that Omar understands how these things work, and he cares about the community, and he knows what this means when you do a non-fair launch. So again, thank you for that. Token utility. What role does Noya token play across the ecosystem?
So Noya is used, of course, very basic things. It's going to use for staking. You can earn yield. You can use it for governance to affect parameters in the tokens or advance different products. And then, of course, a lot of the revenue that we're going to generate from all of the different services, whether the token research and the advanced reports, whether the prediction markets, token analysis, whale watching, whether it is the yield products that we're going to do, or whether it is from something that we're going to announce now, which is that we're going to build the first ever tokenized vaults for prediction markets. What does it mean? Users just in DeFi, they're used to deposit into this pool, and that pool routes liquidity into different protocols, tries to make money basically for the user using DeFi. Usually it comes from either like money markets or lending markets, so interest or fees from trading or perpetuals. Now, what we're doing is that we're using basically we're deploying capital on money markets, sorry, on prediction markets to get that to get yield, and then from that yield we're gonna give it back to users. This hasn't been done before, and the best thing is that this is tokenized. So then you have a receipt token once you deposit this the liquidity into the vault, and then that will be composable into DeFi. And then we can do this nice DeFi stuff, which is you can borrow against it, you can trade it, you can swap it, you can loop it if you want, and then you can speculate on the yield.
Nice.
It gives us a lot of composability. We're mixing DeFi, AI, and prediction markets as well. And then hopefully we have a very big partnership coming up very soon with a very, very big player where we're gonna announce it when the time comes, but we're very excited and hopefully we're gonna build this with them and expand it with them. So yeah, so
Okay.
this is the fourth pillar that we're very excited about.
Sounds very promising, to tell you the truth. Prediction market is the hottest thing right now. We can see it in our ecosystem, and we can see it outside of our ecosystem, and I'm very happy to hear about that. I'll give a quick explanation of what people just heard. So whoever joined us right now, liquidity pools, if you don't know, in DeFi is usually, let's take Uniswap for example. You have a liquidity pool, you have tokens in there from both sides. That's how you create a pair. But what Omar is talking about is if you take, correct me if I'm wrong, if you take some of your earnings or some of your tokens and put them in a vault, Omar can take that and make profit with this and make yield profits with that, and that will generate a lot of interesting opportunities for people that join those vaults, right?
Yeah. Yes. So it's hopefully it's going to be very, very close to delta neutral or risk minimal. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to be as risk-free as possible, and then to get you some yield from prediction markets, which are for sure going to be much higher than the yields in DeFi today.
I can tell you, with assurance, most people are looking for yield and looking for like at least people that understand and live DeFi. Most people do not live DeFi. They don't understand how it works. But at the end of the day, it's I think it's very interesting proposition. Of course, this is non-financial advice. Do your research, and like you will have to expand on this later on because it's interesting, and the community will wait for your for this announcement. You dropped a bombshell, which is nice.
Mhm.
So there's the regular question I ask on AMAs, which you don't have to answer because it's usually very tactical and people save it. But TGE is expected when? Do you
Yeah,
have some sort of?
no. Hopefully very soon after the sale ends. So after the sale ends, it's going to be very soon.
Okay. If you
So
have something lined up with
yeah. So we're in talks with multiple exchanges. We've gotten multiple offers. We're now it's our decision to just pick and choose between them.
I see. So that is great to hear. A lot of our community members would love to get a hold of that information when time comes. Let's do a deeper dive for a second, because Noya, I think from a lot of different perspectives, I think Noya is one of the most technical projects and companies that we encountered here in the ecosystem, because there's a lot of technical aspects and talks that we usually don't cover, because the basic token has, a lot of basic and by pair mechanic or this and that mechanic. Can you tell a little bit more about the token mechanic? What benefits or what sort of utility it has in the system?
So for sure, holding the token, other than like staking and governance, will give you access to a multitude of different options that you can do. So we have, for example, as we expand the research model that we have, as we expand the research agent that we have, you'd be able to use more of these features, ask more advanced questions, use your voice in more creative ways, schedule different things, use more advanced orders, for example, using your voice. So of course, you're going to, for example, use the token to have access to these features. But the main utility of the token is just all of the revenues are going to go back, to buy back and burn the token. I feel like this is the utmost use case that you're going to have in any token. Honestly, because it links the value of the protocol with the token value. So,
No, 100%, 100%. What you're saying, I get it. I mean, the usual token, and I wouldn't call it the usual, but there's been like some sort of, let's call it a market standard for token utility and things that it does. One of the standards is governance. One of the standards is buyback and burn, because basically the basic mechanic of buyback burn is deflation and inflation. So it will be more less tokens after the burn, and it gives you some sort of price adjustment and volume adjustments. I'm just explaining how this mechanic works. Feel free to add any information about that. So let's do another, because this is a very interesting conversation. Again, I know that most conversations, especially DeFi, are super duper high quality technical conversations. That's why I'm trying to not to dumb it down, but I'm trying to explain in my own words if I understand the things that we were talking about. Another point. How does conversational research differ from dashboards and analytics tool, and what does extension across 10 chains matter?
Okay. So conversational agents is a thing that you don't see it a lot. We believe that this is the future. The future is you're not going to be able to type. You're not going to like type something and then wait for a response and then wait for it to think. We believe that the future of like AI is voice, or like these meta glasses with the AI. And then we believe that you need to have an assistant that remembers everything about you, that's personalized, that you can give it tasks and then leave, and then it does these tasks, these things for you. So this is the future of AI, and we believe that a step forward is not just looking at dashboards. You're going to see numbers, but analyzing them. You need someone to help you analyze. You need someone to help you come up with conclusions from this. You need someone to help you act. And then Noya does all of that. So you can ask it any question. So you can see the information on the dashboard, but then you can ask it any question. You can ask it, what does it mean? You can ask it, what does it think? You can ask it, hey, can you check back in an hour and see if things change? But did whales really enter? When are they going to leave? Just alert me when they leave, right? So you can give it tasks, and then it does it on your behalf, and it becomes like your assistant and makes things much easier. It doesn't need to be that hard. Reading numbers and reading dashboards. Just ask it, and then it answers.
Okay, that's interesting. So we did talk about the OmniVotes. We did talk about, you already mentioned it, which is actually super exciting, I must say. So there's another question here. How does Noya grade tokens differently from hype-driven research platforms?
So, we extract data from multitude of different sources. Of course, some of these sources are private, but we have like on-chain stuff. We have unlocks. We have, of course, feeds, Twitters, YouTube videos. Like we have this huge plethora of information that goes into our AI, and then we analyze that, and then we give out a grade. And then we also have all of the historical backgrounds of all of these historical numbers of what happened when similar events like this happened, what are the risks, and then once we currently analyzed about 400 tokens, which is a huge percentage in terms of market cap of the space, and then we grade them, and then we give you like a grade. This is worthy of buying. This is worthy of selling. Like these are if you want to buy this is the risk. And then these are catalysts that could increase the price. So of course we have lots of different data. It's not just like sentiment. It's on-chain data. It's unlocks. It's more advanced kinds of data, not just like sentiment or Twitter or stuff like that. No, it's very intense and uses historical data as well.
So basically, what you're saying is you have better control, or you have a better volume, or like so. At the end of the day, it's better in a lot of different ways than regular AI. So what I'm trying to ask is, because it uses tokens, because it's connected to an agent that is connected to blockchain, how does this actually gives you the advantage?
Yeah, so you can ask ChatGPT like, hey, what do you think of this token, right? But ChatGPT it does a couple of searches, maybe it does a deep search, asks like searches 100, 200 web pages, but is this enough, right?
Mm.
It's not enough. Like you need to compare these events that it's searching and the results of the search and what's happening on chain and what are the whales doing and what's the unlocks and what's the sentiment and also like do some regression analysis on different on pricing. So you have to do all of that and compare it to all of the tokens in the market currently. Like, do you need to understand holistically the market before you be able to understand the grade of one single token. So doing that, it's not just like a simple AI prompt. It's not just like I'm entering what do you think of like I don't know Ethereum. No, it's like you are having this huge information of data, and then we're analyzing it, and this is why we're giving you like a grade that we think is a really good. These things, tokens that we think that are good investments. Of course, some of them, might not do well, but we're taking you like 80% the way there.
I see. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Is it like functional? Is it
Yeah.
something that
No,
you
no.
can use on a day-to-day, or
It's
is
fu-
it
it's function.
beta?
It's
I mean,
functional. It's functional. You can go now and ask what does no AI think of the tokens and what are the risks, what are the catalysts, what does it think of pricing. We're currently doing it like I think every couple of days. So we're not doing it like we're doing all of the analysis every day because we're ingesting new data and then we're training the model and then we're like doing new reports as well. But yeah, for now, it's just every couple of days we regrade the tokens. But then for sure in the future, it needs to happen like much more frequently. Then you can have like more instant reactions, more instant gradings.
I mean, one of the actually interesting numbers that I keep repeating and seeing in the Noya story is you have 30,000 active researchers, which is quite a remarkable number, like
Mhm.
for researchers. And so you have that, and they are so these researchers are going to be rewarded in the future. What is the next step of this researchers?
So so so
I know. I'm trying. I'm just you know. It was my own curiosity.
yeah, okay. No worries. So the researchers are anyone who's either used the voice agent, the chat, the Polymarket, or deposited into one of our vaults. This is what we consider like a researcher. Uh,
Oh,
so
I see.
Yeah. So, will they get rewarded? So for the agents and voice and so we have our own space race program. It was a very elaborate thing. It went on for like about 7 months, and it had like a gaming mechanic where like the more points you earn, the more stars you get, which gives you a multiplier depending on whether you bonded, deposited, or like yapped about us. And right now. Actually, we are also giving out points for people who refer to the sale. So, for example, if you're a leader or a super leader or an ambassador and you want to refer volume to the sale, then you also get points. And then these points will also be converted to stars at the end of the campaign. And then you'll be rewarded with a small portion of the airdrop when you refer people to the sale. So,
Okay.
so this is just an extra incentive for them to refer people to the sale, and then hopefully they'll earn more than just their commission.
And at the moment, you're running a campaign that is live with participants. And on what platform this campaign is running? You can, tell the community.
So gems. This the yeah we're using it. Yeah, we're doing gems, using gems to have like this tiered referral program where a lot of different users can refer investors to the sale, and they can get motivated, and they can get some commission from the sale. And this is how, like, the network can expand, and they can invite other people, and then all of them can refer to the sale, and they can earn some money as well as some
I see.
points in their job.
But that is outside of the system. Um, so if we're talking about Noya, if you're hearing about Noya for the first time, how would you describe it in one sentence?
Intelligence on chain. Very
Intelligence
simple.
sounds nice.
On-chain intelligence. This is it. It's like intelligence is such a broad term, right? It can be voice, it can be predictive, it can be yield, it can be prediction markets. And then doing these actions on chain, we're not sending emails or sending messages. We're just doing actually things that hopefully are gonna make you money, and then hopefully are gonna like protect you, and give you access to better opportunities. So this is what I describe Noya as intelligence on chain.
I see. I like it. Again, for me, decentralization is special. I know it's a naive point of view because a lot of crypto and blockchain people are cynical. I have let's say a more romantic view of blockchain and what it can do at the end. And for me, again, it's distribution of knowledge, distribution of power, and distribution of money. For now, mostly we see distribution of money.
Mm.
So right now, as it stands, that's what it is. But I think Noya is a great way to distribute knowledge and distribute power, which is going to be segue to the next question. So what does the community play in shaping the product? Which obviously you answered with the researchers, but people that are not researchers, like they will have say, or they have somewhere they can talk to you or your devs or your team, and give you some feedback.
So yeah, so we have an amazing community. I would like to thank every one of the Noyans here who's watching and who supported us since the beginning. Honestly, without them, Noya wouldn't be the project that it is right now. Especially because we have no VCs, we have no KR rounds. Like we just relied on the community, and we're bootstrapped. And this was my vision from the start, right? To bootstrap a community and bootstrap a protocol from the grounds up. So I'll forever be grateful for them. And of course, like, they can ask me anything they want. Like, my DMs are open. I answer every DM. Also, of course, the other team members in Noya, they're the same way. So yeah, for Noya, the community is everything, and we're gonna stand by them.
Incredible. So I think you hit the nail on the head when you're talking again. I find it very thrilling that your main focus and main concern is the community, because without community, we can do nothing. So I will say here, for our community members, for our leaders, for every one on our admin team, on our community, every AMA, I tell them we have, I think, the best team of mods and community leaders, I think, in the industry. Because I do spend my time in other communities. I do spend my times in other, I do my research as well. I go places, I talk to people, and I see the type of conversation. We are open, by the way, to the Noya community, 24/7 almost. Our admins and devs are always open for any question you have about projects, about the sale that's going on right now, hint, hint, and everything that's going on the platform. So you can either go and ask in the community on our Telegram channel, on the Gems Official, and you can go to Noya. You have plenty of help and information. Again, we have a dev team that is always answering as soon as possible on a lot of different issues. At the end of the day, we're dealing with technology, and technology, I call it, it's like a child. When you want them to do impressive things, they embarrass you in public. So it's like, children is that way.
Mm.
Although I'm a father, I have children. I love them to bits, but you always tell them, hey, say hello to this guy, and they hide behind your leg.
Yeah, they're shy.
So it's the same thing with technology for some reason. But yeah, we're gonna iron out everything. That being said, prediction markets and AI are exploding. What do you see prediction markets doing in 5 to 10 years? And how do you see Noya play a crucial part in that evolution?
Honestly, the potential of prediction markets is huge. Um, because I feel like it's becoming the source of truth in the world. Like you don't need to rely on mainstream media. You don't need to rely on the news. You just want to see if something's going to happen or what are the odds of it happening. And then you have people that are staking their money to do this. And this wasn't available before, and this is why I'm very excited about it. And it can expand tremendously with all of these different markets and all of different narratives and all the different niches, and all of them can incorporate prediction markets. But how can we make prediction markets safer? How can we like reduce the oracle risk? Like how can you improve settlement times and stuff like that? Of course, there are long. How can you make it easier for the customer to understand what's going on and understand what's he doing and what's he betting. So this is where Noia comes in, right? It's going to become very elaborate. It's going to become very exhaustive. It's going to become hard, sometimes harder with time, because all of these different markets, all of these different markets are happening at the same time on different platforms, right? On different chains. So you need like an assistant that is trustworthy, that wants your best, and very easy to use, and hopefully that's going to be Noia.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good place to be in because again, when I look at AI information and mimics how it mimics humanity. At the end of the day, when I think about it, these are all ideas that humanity gave you, like to the AI. You just need to, you know, you just need to set it up in a specific way, right? I didn't shut down my phone and did not shut down my the volume, so I'm going to shut it down for a second. Um, so yeah, hoping that AI would fall into responsible hands and give us the knowledge that we need, obviously, would be a interesting change from fake news, fake information, and a lot of different problems we had with internet trolls. And my biggest hope, to tell you the truth, is when I started dealing with blockchain, my biggest my let's say biggest hope, let's say, was to make a politician write down on a smart contract what his manifesto is and what he promises, and on that smart contract the voters will have the DAO power, because if he doesn't say what he said, what he doesn't do what he's saying, you have, the smart contract to let him go. And
Yeah,
then you have some sort of control over politicians and over laws and over a lot of different things. Again, I'm not a cynical, I'm a romantical what you can do with smart contracts.
I love it.
And hopefully in the future we will see that happening.
Especially with
That,
ZK, right? You can like ZK vote, don't know anyone. It's like, I don't like this president. No one knows who I am. It gives it
yeah,
more transparency for sure.
the ZK rollup and the ZK, the zero knowledge proof, all of these things are, yeah, let's see. I want to see it happen. I want to see it happen. I don't know where it's going to happen or why, but again, it's at the end of the day, we are living in very exciting times.
For sure.
This could be the utopian future we all dreamed of, and it could be the Terminator, the
Singularity.
Terminator AI that takes us all out. I think it's a 50-50 chance, but I'm willing to take the risk of those two things happening. We are screwed anyway. We look at, because humanity is humanity. So either the machines take us out, or we will do something stupid later on. But yeah, at least AI did it and not we. So yeah, moving on. where do you see yourself at the end of the year? What's the roadmap? What's the goal besides the successful thing that we're doing here?
So on Noya, I feel like hopefully we're going to have a truly, intelligent layer, and Noya becomes like an amazing assistant for a lot of different users. It takes down the barrier to entry into crypto, DeFi, and prediction markets tremendously. And hopefully, a lot of users are using us, a lot of users are enjoying us. And hopefully, as by the end of the year, a successful project with all of the different pillars, whether it's research, DeFi, prediction markets, or the agent, all of them are being used by the community and are loved by the community. And this is my goal, and this is what I'm going to be working very hard for till the end of the year, and hopefully more.
I'm waiting for your I'm waiting for the big announcement.
Oh yeah, it's soon. It's sooner.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you dropped the bombshell, and I'm super excited to hear more about it.
Me too. Me too.
And
I'm super excited to announce it.
I feel like pressuring you into announcing, but I know I need to wait, and I wait with everyone else. Sounds good. Of course, again, when that hits, we would love to know what's going on and what's the next steps. And finally, let's say I think this is one of the most interesting and I think friendly, technical, interesting conversations I had this year.
Thank you.
So last time they asked us about due diligence we did with projects, things that we are, how do we accept projects and who are the people? And I think you are a great example of the leaders of tomorrow. And I wish everything goes according to plan. And what does real success looks for you as a founder of Noya? What is the true meaning of success for you?
I just want people to be happy using my product, and I feel like this would give me joy. Just if they're happy and if they love using Noya, I'd be happy. This is all I want.
So if you're happy and you're happy and you know it,
Exactly.
clap your
So
hands.
basically, if they love the product. So if they love the product, then I'm happy. I don't want anything less than love. So I'm working on that so that, they can't not use it. This is the goal, hopefully.
To close the show, I'll mention the non-financial advice. Do your own research. I think we need to mention that right now this is an open, there's a Noya sale going on Jan's Launchpad. Join the community, do your own research. I think this is a very interesting time to be involved with prediction markets, AI, and all of those things because of the promise, because of the intensity of how it's growing, because the mass adoption, because it's going to blur the lines between Web 2 and Web 3 and Web 5 and Web 6. And we're going to go on a very interesting journey. For me, I've been watching AI, machine learning, and all of those things grow since I was a child. I did a research lately on one of the presentations I had to give in a lecture, and I researched like the word AI. What does it mean, artificial intelligence? When did we start hearing about it? And when did we start using it on the most ridiculous level? And I was amazed by myself because my entire life I've been a gamer. And I started my gaming experience when I was about 9, so that's in the 80s, when I got my first Atari and then Commodore and then a lot of ridiculous looking computers with a black and white screen. So I can tell you back then we were playing against the computer, which is actually artificial intelligence in such a way, in a shape, way, or form. So we've been experiencing this since the 70s and the 80s. now it's just showing how powerful it is. And I think we are in that stage with blockchain, because blockchain started like what?
2009.
2009, it started
Mm.
just blooming. The
Mm.
idea of blockchain started way before, but the actual first application that showed up was 2009 with Bitcoin, of course. And I think it was a very sobering way to look at AI. It's like, damn, since the 70s, son, that's nice. So yeah, I think it's a very nice way to close the last year. I think 2026 is going to be incredible. It's going to be very interesting to see the developments of AI, the developments of prediction markets, the personal development of people, because one man can be a truly one-man show today with vibe coding and whatever is happening right now. It's if regular people like me can, do these things, it's just going to be incredible what professional engineers can do with like little effort and some well spent hours vibe coding in their den. Um, so Omar, thank you for the conversation.
Thank you, Adam.
I wish you all the well. I wish you all the success.
Thank you.
You can drop in the Telegram group, say hi. If people can want to ask more questions, um, I think it's a really good way to close. And yeah, if you have anything else to say,
Yeah.
that's the time.
Yeah, so I want to thank everyone for watching this webinar, this interview, CMA. Um, I'm really excited for you to see Noya showcase what we're building. We are basically AI prediction markets, DeFi, ZK, whatever you want to call it. We are intelligence on chain. We're helping you execute. We're making things easier for you in every aspect that you think of, and we're just going to keep on growing. We are aligned with the community. We're starting at a very low valuation. Hopefully, it's going compared to others, we are considered like a very good deal, especially with the announcements coming up very soon. So stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for watching this one.
Thank you very much for your time, and have a great weekend that's coming up. And yeah, thank you again. Thank you for everyone in the community that joined. And if you have any questions, go to our Telegram channel, go to Omar's Telegram channel, to Noya, go to Gems VIP and check out all the information. This is non-financial advice. Obviously, do your own research. Man, thank you for your time and have a great evening. Thank you.